Good evening. Tonight I'm presenting Chapter 1, The Discipline of Vision and Values from the Five Disciplines of PLC Leadership. This chapter is all about how strong leadership starts with a clear purpose. Vision tells us where we're going, and values guide how we get there. As I go through this presentation, think about your own leadership vision, what motivates you, and how does it shape what you do every day. So, why vision and values matter? Vision and values act like a compass for leaders. A strong vision gives direction and purpose, and shared values make sure everyone works together with integrity. Without these, schools can lose focus and just react to problems instead of leading with purpose. The authors remind us that great leaders inspire others by painting a picture of the future that people want to be a part of. That's why it's important to keep reminding your team of your vision so it becomes part of your daily work, not just words on paper, not just a checkbox that, hey, we've created our vision. Now let's move on. Let's make sure that it actually has a purpose. So personal and shared vision. A vision starts as something personal, but it becomes powerful when it's shared. As leaders, we each bring our own values and beliefs, but a true community vision grows when everyone helps create it. When people are part of shaping that vision, they're more likely to take ownership and feel invested in the outcome. It's the difference between following orders and working together toward a goal we all believe in. Now let's look at vision and daily decisions. Vision isn't just about what's written in a mission statement. It has to show up in what we do. Great PLC leaders ask, does this decision fit our vision and values before making choices about teaching, grading, or planning? When our daily actions match what we say we believe, it builds trust and consistency. Leadership shows up most clearly in those small everyday choices that reinforce our shared purpose. Going back to the ownership, a vision only works when everyone feels like it's their vision too. Leaders shouldn't hand down a vision, they should help create it with their teams. That means including teachers, students, and families in conversations about what the school stands for and where it's going. When people help build the vision, they'll keep it alive even when leadership changes. That's how a vision becomes part of the school culture, not just a temporary project. In some ways, it would be beneficial to revisit the vision year to year as teachers and positions might have changed, creating a different team. I really liked this part of the chapter where it talks about the 5 E's of vision clarity. The author describes 5 key ideas called the 5 E's that help make a school's vision clear and meaningful. So, looking at excellence, that is to aim for high quality teaching and learning. Equity is to make sure every student has fair access to success. So we've all heard about the fair and appropriate access. Educating is to focus on continuous improvement and learning for everyone. And engagement is to get everyone involved and active in the process. This goes back to the entire team being a part of creating the vision so that everyone shares ownership. Encouragement is to build each other up and celebrate growth. When schools focus on these 5 E's, the vision becomes something real that you can see and feel every day. I will say our school has done a great job of the encouragement part. I feel like that's become a focus of ours this year, and I can really tell a difference. Um, so looking at the double loop learning model, I had never heard about this until I read this chapter. But when talking about the double loop learning model, this model helps leaders stay reflective and open to change. It asks 2 important questions. Looking at the single loop learning, it asks, are we doing things right? And then listen to this. When looking at the double loop, it's, are we doing the right things? So, are we doing things right? Are we doing the right things? Take a minute to kind of think about that. Are we doing things right? Are we doing the right things? The second question is deeper because it challenges us to rethink our assumptions. When we reflect honestly and use feedback, we can adjust our vision and make sure it still fits our school's needs. That's how leaders keep their teams learning and improving over time. I really thought that was a neat way to look at that. Um, Next, it was the story about a school at Stevenson High School. Um, and it's their 25.1 and beyond story. And I just feel like it's a great example of vision in action. Their goal was to raise the school's average ACT score to 25.1, but it wasn't just about test scores. It was about believing that every student could achieve at a high level. Through teamwork, commitment, and a strong vision for excellence, they reached and even passed that goal. It shows what's possible when a shared vision drives everyone in the same direction. So, in reflecting on this, I want you to take a minute to think about your own leadership vision. Does it match your school's mission? Do your daily choices reflect what you say and believe in? The authors encourage leaders to check in regularly on whether their actions still align with their core values. A simple question to ask yourself is: does our current mission still inspire us and reflect who we want to be? These are the discussion questions I chose. Here are two questions to keep our conversation going. How can leaders make sure personal vision fits with their PLC shared vision? And what can schools do to keep their vision meaningful even when things change? To end, the authors give a great quote: paint that picture and let everyone have a chance to brush the truth. This means leadership isn't about one person's dream, it's about helping everyone contribute to a shared picture of success. A strong vision tells us where we're going, and our values guide how we get there. When vision and values work together, leadership becomes more meaningful, lasting, and full of purpose. Thank you.